Guys, welcome back to the channel. So um, today guys we will be solving another question, and that question is number of good pairs. Okay, it's a easy category question in the lead code array category. Okay, so let's quickly go through the question and just find out. We'll try to find out the logic for it. Okay, so we have an array of integer nums, and we want to return the number of good pairs. Okay, so pair ij is called good if nums I equals to num j and I is less than j. What this means? Okay, nums I should be equals to num j and I should be less than j. So we need to find out how many numbers, how many number of good pairs, how many pairs are like this in the array, and we need to find out how many are these kind of pairs. Okay, so we have a we suppose we have nums array like this. Okay, 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 let me type my thoughts here. What could be the possible approach for it? Okay, so the very first approach, that is brute force approach, that is coming to my mind is to run two loop. One is for the I, the outer loop, okay, and j for the inner loop. What I mean by outer and inner loop is that outer loop, so we are finding out pairs, and sorry about that. So to find out the total number of pairs, we need to have two nested for loop, one for the I and one for the j. In this way we can find out total number of pairs. So when we are accessing, or when we are checking the total number of pairs inside the nested loop, the inner loop, I'll check that the element present at I, is it less than element present at j. So j, I'll create the for loop. I'll run the inner for loop in such a way that j will always start from I plus 1. So there cannot be any case where j is less than I. So we are avoiding those cases which we don't want to check, right? So it may possible that although we are capturing every single pair, but we are not checking the reverse pair. I mean, we are not checking a pair twice. uh, we can check a pair twice. How, I will tell you. Okay, so let's say we have a pair called 1 2, 1 denote 1 4, let's say. Okay, 1 denote the I and 4 denote the 4 is the j. So 1 index and 4 index. Okay, one way of going to this particular pair is when you have I equals to 1 and j is 4. Okay, other way, can there be other way? First of all, yes, there can be another way when I equals to 4 and j equals to 1. This is what I'm saying. So I'm not going to check this. I'll check only this. So either way, if when I equals to 4, I equals to 1, j is equal to 4, that means when you have a 1 from 1 to 1 index to 4, fourth index. And this is also the same thing from and the lower of the two would be the one which will be at the left side. Okay, from 1 to 4. Okay, so I mean both these conditions. So I'm avoiding these conditions, these conditions, because they know there is no point of checking a condition, I mean, from 1 to 4 twice by just reversing the way you look it, by reversing the way you check it. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? Okay, I guess you got the point. Okay, so for avoiding that, I'll always start the inner loop from I plus 1. I mean, from j will start from I plus 1, then it will go to j less than till less than n. Okay. So once you got that, you know that okay, so this is a brute force approach. So if there the array size is n, then it takes n square time complexity to find the total number of pairs. And this is pretty obvious since this will be accepted. I know, because since n size is 100, so it won't be a very big thing in terms of time complexity to use 10 to the power 4 operations, uh, because it's not a big thing to use 10 to the power 4 operation, because n size is that small. If it would be if it would be 1,000, and if n would be 1,000, then it would make sense to optimize it. But as n is just 100, then it is a straightforward to use brute force. But let us think that is there any other way as well. um there could be any other way, any other way, but as far as now, I mean, seeing the n size is that small, we can go directly uh, by solving it with the brute force approach. Okay, so let's quickly create what is the question number 1512. Okay. Let's create an array. What's array? It's nums. So in LeetCode, every array they gave nums name only, and that I think that's a good way, because in that way, because right now we are, while doing LeetCode, we are not very much focused about the name, the variable that we're giving. We rather more focus about the algorithmic, the logic part of it. Okay, so in this for loop uh, I have taken the values for the nums array. Now when we have the nums array, the next step would be to go, okay, to go and use the nums array. Okay, okay, so if j is obviously j is greater than I, because j is getting started from I plus 1 position. If nums j is greater than nums I, what that means? That means that that we are on the right track, isn't it? um, oh, okay, nums I should be equals to that's okay. We just need a count, so we're not. um, now I'm taking a little while to solve this, but that's okay. You can watch this video and 2x. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got the logic right. We are checking each and every pair, uh, and then checking if that pair has the same value in both the indexes. If that is, then we are incrementing the count. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a brute force, right? We are checking every pair and then checking if the element present in the both indexes of the pair are equal or not. If those are equal, then we are incrementing the count. Otherwise, we are not incrementing the count. Um, it may be possible that there is a more optimized approach for it, but as of now, for seeing, I mean, seeing the input constraints like n can be max as 100. So in that case, it is like overkill to go for any approach other than this. But it's a good practice to go for optimized approach, as in interviews. Interviewer will probably will tell you, will ask you, hey, just go for more optimized approach, or can you optimize it further. So yeah, it's better, and it will help you in solving the I mean, hard problems, or the medium problems as well, because there the main idea is just to optimize it, right? So if you're good, um, if you're hoping, if you're targeting yourself to become better, then it's a good practice to optimize it further. So yeah, that's pretty much from this video, and I hope you like the video, and if you like, do subscribe it and do share it with your friends. Thank you.